Hi there, Geminis. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl. We're looking at March 30th through April 5th. And this Saturday, there is a total lunar eclipse in Libra, your fifth house of romance, creativity, fun, and self-fulfillment. And it's going to be a very impressive full moon lunar eclipse, which is going to be seen in America. It's going to be seen in Australia, New Zealand. So make sure you have a peek at it, take a picture of it, because it's definitely going to be affecting you. If you are in a relationship and that relationship is on rocky ground, this lunar eclipse could definitely be a make it or break it scenario for you, where you and your partner decide to go your separate ways or have a trial separation or try to get things back on track. But the lunar eclipse is going to be very, very helpful. For those of you who are dating somebody and it's on and off and on, this could be the on time or the off time, depending on really where the universe feels it should be going. This lunar eclipse is extremely, extremely strong. It's in Libra, which is the sign of relationships. It's the seventh sign, and it's the make it or break it time. And if you know anyone born under the sign of Libra, you'll know how hospitable they are and how understanding they are and how they're always there to give advice and to be practical and to look at everything with both sides to be looked at. They're never going to give you advice that is one-sided. They're always going to say, let's remember your role in this. Let's remember what you did or didn't do. And they bring you back home, sort of thing. Librans and Sagittarians and Aries are all good people for you to be surrounding yourself with. Now Mars, which is the planet of energy and the planet of passion, is taking up residence in your self-renewal and subconscious zone, something that you haven't done, something that you've decided you would do and then pushed into the too hard basket or you're too busy to do it, is going to come up, and you're going to have to do it over the next 6 weeks. And you've got to do it with the right attitude, Geminis. You can't just do it because you want to tick it off your to-do list. You have to do it with the right amount of energy, the right amount of passion, and the right amount of time. Because Geminis, your day is so filled. You always cram a lot into your day. You hate not having a lot to do. You do like being busy, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, sometimes things just get swept under the rug. Well, it's time to give the rug a good old shake and sweep up all that stuff that's under it. Because this lunar eclipse in your self-fulfillment zone is going to point out to you that until you dust up all the debris and get rid of all those little Klingons, that you're not going to be able to move ahead with the stuff that you really want to do. So rather than sweating the small stuff, whether it's sitting down and paying your bills, whether it's, catching up with someone that's been bugging you to catch up, all you have to do is go and have a cup of coffee with them. Tell them all your stories and then say you've got something to do. Just ticking things off your list, whether it's renewing a license, whether it's, there's your passport. There's so many things that we have to do that are just so, let's be honest, boring and tedious and take time, but they have to be done. And this is definitely a time when that lunar eclipse is going to stir up the fact that you're not doing the things that you have to do so you can do the things you want to do. As I said, make sure you peek out your window and check that full moon out. It's going to be fabulous. Have a great week. Great speaking to you, and I'll speak to you again next week, Geminis.